Hey guys, welcome to Bastion Time. I am your host Bastion. This is Let's Play Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, and I am bombing some wizards. Yep, that is what is happening. In the previous episode, I talked a lot about some stuff, and I hope it didn't bum anybody out or bring anybody down or anything. And in this episode, I'm not, so there's that. This episode, by the way, is being recorded directly after the previous episode. I know you can never quite tell whether I record different episodes on different days or whatever, and that's kind of intentional. I want it to feel like it's all one fluid, connected thing, so I should really probably start pointing out instances wherein that's not the case, but I really felt like I had to with the whole episode 5 situation. I really felt like you guys kind of deserve to know why there is no episode 5, at least. So yeah. But yeah, so this is still the same recording session as from the previous episode, and I think this might be the last episode of this recording session, however, because I think I will have to then go dash to that dinner, get ready for at least that dinner party thing that I was mentioning that I had to attend, my friend's birthday party, so we will see. I think I could probably get in another episode after this. We'll see. I mean, probably would behoove me to set like a timer for, you know, keeping track of how long these episodes are. Oh well. That's what the professionals do, but I am not a professional. And as I'm saying that, I'm thinking, well, I can just reach over here to my phone and go ahead and turn on the stopwatch, and then I will have an idea. Because yeah, the previous episode was 24 minutes, and that's kind of a bit long. I mean, oh no, she's dead. I know there are some people out there who really do enjoy very long episodes, but I personally am not one of those. I do watch some... I never know if I should talk about this or not, but I do watch Game Grumps on occasion and enjoy them very much. Now, of course, my Let's Plays are absolutely nothing like their Let's Plays, and that's on purpose. But I do enjoy them very much. It's just that's not something that their style is not something that I can emulate, and nor would I even want to try. So where was I going with that? I've completely lost my point. That's exciting. Why was I? Oh, because sometimes they will have episodes that are very long, that are like over the 15-minute mark, that are 20 minutes or 30 minutes even or something, and you know, I always kind of look at those like, I don't know if I have the attention span for this whole thing. I mean, it's funny because it's the same content. If it was broken up in 2 separate days worth, it would be the same thing, right? But for some reason, because it's all in one swell swoop, and I'm the kind of person that can't just watch like half of an episode now and the other half later or whatever. I have to watch the whole thing. It's just like, I don't know if I can commit to... I don't know. It's very silly. It's, I noticed that my attention span, I never used to have... I did not have ADHD or anything like that as a kid. I did pretty well in school and didn't have, you know, alternate learning needs or anything. I was perfectly fine, attention span-wise as a kid, but as I'm getting older, I just really have less and less patience with stuff, and and less of an attention span. It's funny because they talk about kids having, like, oh, you know, the reason why Adventure Time has such short episodes is because, you know, kids' attention spans. And I'm like, I don't really know that it's the kids that have the short attention spans. I feel like the older I get, the shorter my attention span is. If there's a YouTube video that's only like 5 minutes, and then there's a YouTube video that's 10 minutes, I'm gonna watch the 5-minute one. So I try to keep my YouTube videos as short as humanly possible. So when things happen, like where there's, like, the previous episode was 24 minutes long, my initial reaction is, ugh, nobody's gonna watch that whole thing. I wouldn't watch that whole thing. But, you know, there are people out there who do prefer to watch a 24-minute long thing as opposed to a 10-minute long thing, so you never know. It's different strokes for different folks. I would not, though. So that's my drive stylistically as far as why my news videos are the length that they are. Why I do, you know, what I could do is originally what I used to do. I don't know if you guys remember this. You know, I don't really know what the turnover rate for my audience. I feel so silly talking about you guys in that kind of way, but I really don't know what the turnover rate is. I don't know if there are people out there who have been watching my videos since the beginning, or if, you know, eventually people get bored of me and a brand new crew come in to watch my videos. I really don't know what's going on viewership wise like that. But back in the day, in case you did not know this, back in the day, instead of having a news video every day, I would have one news video at the end of the week that would cover all of the Zelda and Nintendo news, and it would be this big long, like 12-minute long, 15-minute long, 20-minute long thing, this epic news episode. And as I was editing it, I was getting fatigued and like, who is still watching this 15 minutes in? Like, some of the stuff is boring and not that interesting to, you know, person A, whereas person B might enjoy it but find this other stuff not that interesting. And so that's kind of why eventually I broke it in half, so that way it was certain. Then there was like an episode for Zelda news only and an episode for Nintendo news only. And then I started breaking it up even further and had, you know, a news video every day, and some days it was Zelda and some days it was Nintendo. But then eventually I just combined them into the same program, but just had shorter videos. So my aim is always definitely less than 5 minutes. If a news video ever passes the 5-minute mark, then I know I did something wrong. Either I babbled too much about one of the stories and need to make that its own episode, or a Bastion rant or something, or what have you. But anyways, now you know. I try to keep my episodes super short because I personally have a very short attention span, and I just figure there's probably other people out there whose attention span is as short as mine, and if you happen to have a long attention span, then it probably doesn't, and I'm making grand assumptions here, but it probably doesn't annoy you when the episodes are shorter, like it would annoy somebody with a short attention span. I mean, you'd probably still watch it all the way to the end. Whereas I think somebody like me with a very short attention span would be like, oh my gosh, this episode is... Okay, somehow I need to get there, and then that will open this up, and I get there from going around there to the right, so I've got to figure out my way to get over there. But anyways, yes, so the whole point is I have a short attention span, and so that's why I keep my videos as short as humanly possible. Aha, that was very easy to figure out. But I am curious, you know, maybe my assumption is wrong. Maybe there are people out there who do, you know, maybe the majority of you out there do prefer longer episodes. Maybe you would like to see this be like an hour long. You know, just maybe one Let's Play a week and have it be an hour long instead of 6 Let's Plays a week at 15 minutes or whatever a piece. Let me know down in the comments. And then news video wise, if you also happen to watch my news videos for Zelda news and Nintendo news, what do you think about the fact that it's divided into like between 1 minute and 3 minute long episodes each day? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the majority of you would prefer to go back to the old school one long 20-minute long video that comes out on the weekend or something. Mr. Crab. Oh, she used up all of her magic. Before I get to the boss, I better remember to go ahead and... I assume I've got some ethers. I better have some ethers. He's very weak against the explosives. Neat. Thank goodness that this dungeon is full of arrows. I was worried that I was going to completely run out of arrows. Sword this guy in the eye. Now I've got a long walk all the way around here. I feel like there are other areas of this dungeon that I have not fully explored and that I'm approaching the boss now and might have wished that I had explored those other areas because maybe they had new weapons or armor that would be nice for the new boss, but oh well, I can always explore those areas later, especially if the boss turns out to be too hard or something silly like that. Oh, okay, not the new boss. Still a whole new area left. But there's a nice fancy treasure chest right there that clearly has something cool in it. My voice is already starting to go funky, and this is only the second episode of the session. Although, then again, that previous episode was gigantic. Yeah, maybe now is a good time actually to end this episode, and then I'll go ahead and meet you guys up in the next episode when we go ahead and take on this strange looking guy. I have no idea who this is. Yep, see you guys in the next episode. Bye.